the man, yes, sir, that killed the bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for I was legal to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. We still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas rain everywhere around me. Dream to get money. Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grind together, we all came from hunger pain.
What's up, y'all? Late Ill Kid at OneYoungsta. Hold it down, breathe that StreetGeek and NERDSoul. What is up, my people? Today, coming with another wonderful episode of. That's right, I ain't gonna lie, kids. Look, can't give you no falsehoods. Thumbnails, animation, anime, all the good jazz, cartoons, and we talking about Star Trek Discovery. Sorry, yeah. Co-host, sorry, not Discovery, Prodigy. Discovery ain't back yet. Look, Discovery, we miss you, but Discovery ain't back yet. Right now, we talk about that Prodigy. Okay? Star Trek Prodigy. Oh man, we got lessons this time, y'all. And I'm gonna jump right into it. I ain't gonna try to, hold y'all too long. It's a Saturday. I know y'all got things to do. Y'all either running errands or trying to take a nap or, try to fold clothes or maybe head to the beach if it's just at least a slice of warm, or if you're in the Pacific Northwest, maybe you're cold. If you're on the East Coast, maybe you got a little snow. Whatever you're doing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna hold you too long. Shout out to my Patreon supporters. If you have not got your gift yet, you still need to contact me so I can get you your gift. I'm also working on some new gifts for you as well. What else? Shout out to everyone who shared the show yesterday. I saw some shares go up, so spike on the shares. Thank you. Big shout out to all the likes, comments, and all that jazz. Share, it's free, it costs you nothing, it's easy, and thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you so much for sharing. So let's get into this show. I want to start with, we got to see Dreadnought in a different way this episode, which I thought was real cool. And we got to learn way more about this show, or excuse me, about his knowledge of the ship that we never knew. Like, this dude, I didn't know that he could essentially copy himself onto another, that's crazy. He essentially uploaded a copy of himself to be built on the Prodigy to then be, his his Sentry mode version to take out the kids or get the ship back or whatever. And I will say I am thoroughly impressed with that. The ingenuity behind that play was crazy. And his conversation with Gwen was very interesting, saying you were his biggest mistake. Like, you're his biggest weakness, his biggest mistake, his fatal flaw, whatever. Because it's like he just can't quit you. I also like the way we gained way more knowledge into how he was easily able to shut Janeway down. Homie was like, delete program XYZ, focus 10-12-1, you know what I'm saying? He easily did that to her, and it was like he had been there before. He knew what was going on. And I love that. I love that we're slowly getting a little more knowledge of Dreadnought, and I'm wondering if Dreadnought was originally like a robot part of the crew, maybe Dreadnought was originally part of the crew. I don't know. He knows way too much about the ship, way too much, and dude is dangerous. He is a danger to everybody. And I ain't gonna lie to you, he danger to everybody on the main streets. So that I thought was a great revelation and a great development to come through at this point in the show. I just really love that part. Him being like, look, there's other ways to get to that ship now that we have the coordinates. Also, him knowing about the ship. I wonder if the diviner knows how much Dreadnought knows. Because it seems like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if the diviner should trust Dreadnought. But I don't care about neither of them. They're both bad. And speaking of diviner, I did enjoy the Ferengi calling him up. He was like, look, I don't want no tricks, no nothing. Get off my line. Don't be playing on my phone. You know what I'm saying? He was like, don't be playing on my phone. So I enjoyed that for the scene with the Ferengi. But on to the lesson. Tough lessons were learned. Lessons that, look, y'all got to work together, man. All right, y'all got to work together. Y'all can't be separate. Y'all got to be together. Y'all a team. Y'all a crew. And we get a big truth bomb to Janeway that, hey, we are not cadets. We are not Starfleet. We lied to you because we were on the run. We essentially stole this ship. And even though the ship was kind of stolen already, but we stole the ship. And, sorry, but we're not the people you thought we were. But seeing Janeway accept it, seeing Janeway being like, no, look, maybe the way we met wasn't the greatest. Maybe it wasn't under the best circumstances. But the experiences that we have now have changed the people that you were when you took this ship or when you wanted to get this ship. And all of you have changed, and I've watched you grow to a certain degree. And I'm still watching you grow because they're still kids. And I like that because she could have easily just booted them off the ship or put them in locked boxes or something, jails, and just flew off to, the Federation. But she was like, no. I understand, things happen, and maybe this isn't the, I guess, desired way for a crew to be on the ship. But you're here now, you're doing the job, and since you're here now and you're doing the job, let's get the job done. And I like that. I like how she played that. And I definitely I used to call her Principal Janeway, but now I think I call her Mama Janie because she's becoming more like the mother hen of this ship. You know what I'm saying? You can see this is more than just a, hollow helper kind of situation, but she cares. She wants to see them succeed. She wants to see them strive and, reach higher heights, if you will. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited about where this is going, and what it means for them as a crew. So yeah, I'm into this one. For sure. So in learning how to be a crew, last episode we learned, hey, the captain got to listen to his crew. So this episode, she's teaching them this. All right, you got a bag of grain, a fox, and a chicken. And you got to get them all across the river, and you got one boat. You got to work together to get them across the river. Now, of course, they do a horrible job of trying to work together, of trying to make it work out, of trying to, even communicate with one another. That everybody's like, no, I'm going to do it like this, I'm going to do it like that. And it just really highlights that these people have just been kind of like moving along, flying by the seat of their pants. But this episode, you kind of knew this episode was going to be the one that taught them, like, y'all got to work together. And of course, we get into a tachyon storm, What does the Tachyon Storm do? Poof, spreads them all apart. And we're spreading them all apart. They're all on different time zones. And I like seeing the different attitudes about the time. Like you saw Zero very focused. Zero was like very like, okay, I think I know what to do. I think I know what to make. I don't know if I have enough time to make it because her time was going fast. She was like, so, but I know what to do. Here, give this to everybody else. Very selfless, very focused, very dutiful. We got the Dow. Dow was playing video games, man. Like, come on, man. Dow didn't even know anything was going on. Bruh, if you're going to be in charge, you got to at least know what's going on your ship. Come on, man. So, Jankum it was dope with Jankum, but Jankum was the fastest and he was like pretty much out of time. But he was working on it. He was trying to get it done, get it fixed, get it handled, but he took an L with that explosion. It was funny to see Murph just like Murph had nothing. But the most character growth, well, outside of Gwen, who was not only approached by Dreadnought, but also kind of tasked with finding the coupler, then I feel like she got probably the second largest helping of character growth here. She learned a lot from Dreadnought. She learned that he knows way more of the ship than we thought from before. But Rock came through. Gwen was like, look, you're the security officer. And she's like, I don't want to be a security officer. I'm a kid. All right? I'm a kid. But in this, her time going slow, of course, her being a Rock makes sense for her to go slowest. And don't get me wrong, I can understand her not wanting to be security officer, but there's certain things that there's certain realities that we must face, Rock. And you're built out of a rock. You're basically a tank. I know you're a teddy bear, but you're going to have to learn at least to when to turn on the tank. Because you're made of stone, all right? Like, we could really use you, all right? Now, I'm not saying you got to be fighting all the time, but like, hey, like when we need you, it can really help. But we see her struggling with her insecurity and not really knowing where she fits on the ship. And I think it was paced well as far as her. I actually wouldn't even have minded a little more time with her kind of dealing with her place on the ship and how to take the information that she got from Gwen and kind of believing in herself, because the voice acting was incredible. And I really, they put Rock in a situation where you really pull for her. Like, you really want her to win. You really want her to succeed. You're really excited for her. And that's something that I was just like, yeah, I'm digging this part of the show right now. Like, this part of the show, I'm loving right now because of just how they're displaying her and how they're having her be so kind of like raw and emotional, but still like in a kid's show, and it was cool. And since she had the most time, spending time figuring out how to reboot Janeway, learning quantum physics and all that stuff to be able to like make the warp drive and put the dilithium coupler and all that, put all those things together and bring everyone back together, kind of goes to what I think we see at the end, which is more of a, I don't think soft is the term, but I mean they use her exterior as a great balancer of like, she's made of stone, but she's more the most like soft, not soft meaning like weak, but soft meaning like the tender touch of the team. Like, everybody came and hugged her and she loved being hugged. And she was like, she wished she could hug Janeway and stuff. And that was just cool, man. Just seeing that energy and that camaraderie between all of them, because they really are building a family, a team, family. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got friends. But seeing the way it's playing out over the show, it's well paced, man. I'm not mad at the pacing of this. And it's made for kids, of course. But I don't think that they're hand-holding the kids. If that helps get my point across. Like, there's some shows that are made for kids that kind of like handhold kids, but I don't think this show does. I think this show realizes it's made for kids, but it doesn't. It allows kids to kind of, kids are smart. They understand. They get things. They're sponges. So allow them to understand and kind of figure it out themselves and see how their feelings match different people on the team and stuff. And I thought that was beautiful, man. Like Rock's, reaction, her being scared, her pulling through, everyone's reaction to her at the end of the episode, her kind of finding her niche as a, I don't know, maybe, I don't know if I would consider it an engineer, maybe something like that, like the computer systems analyst or something, whatever. That was cool. And having kind of like coming into her own in a quick way for a 30-minute show or a 20-minute show. I liked it. I liked it a lot, man. And I think there's a lot of warmth in that scene at the end that I really enjoyed. I was just like, oh, this is so cute. Just look at y'all just hugging. So it was beautiful. I really like that. And then, of course, we get a little baby touch of a cliffhanger at the end with Dreadnought. He doesn't seem like he's all the way gone. And now knowing the way that he can kind of download himself and be where we may have a serious problem on our hands, but hopefully the crew will be, thorough in scanning the ship, checking the ship, and all that good stuff. Because I'm hoping that Gwen will be like, hey guys, Dreadnought got on the ship. I don't know how, but he was able to build himself on the ship. Maybe we should, make sure that this design can't be built no more or something. I don't know. I have no idea. But guys, with that said, I love the episode. Holla at me. I'm gonna holla at you. Down in them comments, let's talk Star Trek Prodigy. I really, really dig it. I'm excited about this show. So, are you ready to go?
And get the Miles Morales shirt. Get the Miles shirt.
All right. Yes, it says Spider. We look.
It's Spider.
Yes, it's Spider-Man, but you selling Spider-Man stuff. You're supposed to be selling NERDSoul stuff. NERD. SOUL. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, all them places. Hit that thumbs up if you like what you see. Hit that thumbs down if you don't. Make sure to share this podcast, Spotify for music, all that jazz. Big shout out to Keith Cooper of Blerdish yesterday coming through. George Gant coming through earlier this morning. Shout out to Solar Gray, Hannibal Taboo.
Geeky Andre.
Can I help you?
Shout out to Mr. Jason. I'm not mad. Well, yeah.
Look, anyway, look. From us to you, thank you for watching. Do all the things. Share. It helps so much. I cannot explain how much sharing helps. Please share. From us to you, we out. Peace. Don't. I ain't gonna let you touch that. You ain't gonna be allowed to touch that. You ain't. Just a little bit. Just get close to the. No.
I'm the man, yes sir, that killed a bear barehanded so the people won't forget it. Getting money for our label to drink. I care what a broke nigga think.
Just like the pack of Lewis.
Look, everything I do so cold. I can do this, both eyes closed. Too short, I stay on my toes. About that guap boy, anything goes. Help the bear if we outside. Help the bear if we outside. Still tipping, baby, nothing changed. I'm still grinding over here, yeah. Still sliding through my own lane. Shorty, nothing funny over here. Dallas Made it through the storm, living sunny. Dreams came true, now we eating. I got more dreams to chase, gotta reach them. Trying to put a team together like the Hunger Games. Everybody grinding cause we all came from hunger pain.